Hello and welcome. In this module, I'll be working with the feet. And so most of us have a tendency to do all sorts of wacky things with our feet, rocking in, rocking out, standing and hanging into one hip. And really, we want our feet to be really active, but not over engaged and engaged in a really balanced way. We don't want all the work to come from the toes or all the work to come from the midfoot or the arch. We really want to work with where we press off when we walk, where we work from and propel from when we don't want to move into the front of the foot. And so thinking also about the feet as another way we can feel the breath. So the soles of our feet have a diaphragm. So it's a disc of tissue that's connected with bony landmarks. And so just like the pelvic floor, as you inhale, those discs of tissue, the soles of the feet, drop down. And as you exhale, they dome up. So for this opening relaxation, we're just going to stand in mountain pose, and you want to have a yoga strap for this session. And get that out of the way. There we go. And let's see. So we're going to look down. I usually do not know what my body is doing unless I physically look. So I'm looking down and I'm going to see that the big toe to heel, the instep is parallel. My kneecaps are facing forward. My feet are about hip distance. I'm going to root down through the ball of the big toe, the little toe, the heel, both sides of the feet. And I'm going to see if I can connect every toe really lightly to the ground. So I'm going to maintain that kind of that flat touch, a little bit of a lift to the arch. So as I inhale, that diaphragm, the diaphragm of breathing, drops down, pelvic floor drops down, soles of the feet drop down. And as you exhale, everything domes up. It just contracts. All the connective tissue in the body expands and lengthens with the inhale. Draws to center. And so for about a minute here, we're just going to maintain that balanced connection to the earth through all the bones in the feet, all those muscles evenly active, keeping the shoulders soft, the knees are relaxed. And sometimes you can really feel that the pelvic floor, the soles of the feet, the diaphragm, even the crown of the head, all move in harmony. And then let's shake that out. And sometimes standing with that much awareness and engagement can really feel like a lot of work for the feet. And that's great. We really want to wake them up. And so for this work of this session, we're going to try to keep that same balanced activation. And we're strapping up rather, the ball of the big toe and the pinky toe. So kind of the midfoot. And the job of the foot is to stay flat and level to the earth. This standing foot is going to really anchor down in the same way. I'm going to try to keep my knee right over the ankle, maybe over the midfoot, and I'm really going to try not to rock in and out of the ankle. And I'm going to stand up nice and tall, find that alignment. And it's really handy to film yourself or have a mirror. I can't quite see in the camera what my foot is doing from back here, but it would be really helpful if I did. But so we're gonna inhale and then exhale. Inhale and exhale. Feet are so steady. Inhale. Exhale, bringing the knee in front of the hip. Inhale. Exhale. So that's 5 all together. Just notice what you feel. Usually there's quite a lot of work in this upper hip. We're rebuilding that function and stabilization through the whole hip girdle. Let's go to the other side. And that was 5 counts. And so we're going to try to get this foot to balance. I'm going to really listen, use my interoception, my proprioception, knowing where my body is in space and feeling into my body. So inhale, getting long. Exhale. I'm trying to keep that foot level. Try not to bring too much weight over into this hip. I'm trying to keep everything pretty centered. And don't worry if you get tippy, you can always use a chair. So placing the whole foot down. I think that was 5. Shake it out. Excellent. And then next is we're going to do toe raises. So we're going to come up onto the ball of the big toe and the pinky toe. So sometimes when we come up into our toes, we just do the ball mound of the big toe. We're going to try to keep the whole forefoot down. So we're trying to keep our pinky toe mound down and not roll our ankle. Slowly coming out. Definitely use a chair. So trying to be just as much in the pinky toes as the big toes. 5 of these. Coming up. And coming down. And then we're going to go wide. Soften the knees. And the knees can turn out any amount, just whatever's comfortable for your body. And same thing. We're going to try to balance the weight through the whole forefoot. The forefoot meaning the forward part of the foot. Probably figured that out by now. Trying to go nice and steady. And then shake it out. Excellent. Give those calves a little stretch. Interlacing. Interlace on the other leg. A little calf stretch. Nicely done. We'll see you next time.